Hey everyone, before we get started, I wanted to let you know that we have 2 brand new designs for merch. Custom designs done by Hyena Blood, aka Faramuza. He is on Blue Sky as Hyena Blood. Go check him out. He's also the one that did my channel rebrand. Just an amazingly talented fellow in every respect. It's disgusting. Ugh. We have 2 designs. The first one is called Stronger Together. All the proceeds from this design benefit 3 charities: Trans Lifeline, ACLU, and Doctors Without Borders. Any money made from those designs will go directly to those charities through Threadless. The other design is this really, really awesome Space Fox one with these lovingly rendered synthesizers inside. You can see we have some Buchla, Cascadia. It's just cool as hell. I love these designs. They have a print on the front and a print on the back. Go check them out. Thank you to Steve for making these. I am so stoked to have some merch that actually means something that I'd be proud to wear. And I hope that you like it too. All right, on with the video. Hey everybody, it's me, Jeremy. This is Red Means Recording. We are making drum and bass sounds on the Digitone and using the Digitakt for drums. We are following this guide from the YouTuber Stranger of the top 10 bass sounds for D&B jungle production. D&B means drum and bass. In the first video, we did respaces, which are detuned saw basses with a little bit of extra zhuzh. And go check out that video if you'd like to get a taste of that. Here's what those sound like. In this video, we're going to be picking up where we left off with whatever bass sound 3 is. So let's hit play on his video. It's linked in the description if you want to check it out, by the way. It's a good video. Let's see what number 3 is. Foghorn. Oh.
All right, next up is the infamous...
He's going to talk about Vanta Black.
Foghorn bass sound. These sounds are all about the mids. It often sounds distorted, driven, and wonky. Oftentimes, it sounds like a cataclysmic horn playing down from the heavens, hence its name. And for a number of years now, this is one of the most divisive sounds in drum and bass. They can be found in tracks with longer notes as well as shorter notes, and oftentimes it's played in colon in response to other bass sounds, such as 808s. Here's one of the most famous and arguably one of the first modern drum and bass tracks using a foghorn bass. The track is Benny L's Vanta Black.
There is this low sub that we are going to take care of with a dedicated subtrack. And in the mid-range, we need to create a barely contained series of harmonics. And I think that FM is actually going to be our friend here, but this is where things start to get interesting. Later on, he's going to talk about 808 basses and detuned sub basses. Those are going to be easy, but some of these sounds are actually going to take a fair amount of work to figure out how to do. He's obviously using the DAW and using, you know, a real synth as opposed to this. It's all good, but we can still do it. We'll do our best. So let's go to track 2. Actually, track 1 will be our sub. Make sure that we are at the tempo we need to be at, which is probably around 170. So we decided in the first video that instead of trying to put our sub bass into our mid-range bass, we're going to have a dedicated sub channel. And for this one, we're going to have a long note, and I'm going to put a little bit of pitch bend on it because I think that's cool. Let's go ahead and start with the Digitone, then we'll add a beat with the Digitakt. We're going to need all 8 bars, and then we'll just go ahead and change our key to F. F is a good key for drum and bass. A lot of drum and bass is written in F because of the way it accesses the low frequencies. So let's go to who are trig. And there we go. There's a sub. I forgot we were making this sub. So we need a little bit of pitch bend on that. And for that, what do we want to use for our sub? If we use, let's use the wave tone. It's a little simpler to push around. And we just need 1. Let's go to our oscillator 1 tune. Change this to trig. It's not terrible. Let's make sure that we change our voicing to 1 voice, monophonic. We do not need more than 1 voice attached to this. That's not bad. 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be 1 trig. Let's copy that. Copy track sequence. Paste. Ooh, we're getting a detuned sub bass. That's great. There you go. We already made the detuned bass. You're ready to go. That's actually pretty nice. That's a nice effect there. But it's too early for that. We're not quite there yet. Kind of just like a distorted fart. We can do distorted farts. Let's go ahead and get a really simple beat over here. Turn it down for right now. Okay, so we've got our sub. Mid-range is going to have, like, it needs harmonics. We need to create some kind of harmonics. Let's go ahead and make sure that we copy our pitch thing. So let's just say 5. We need a big-ass reverb on this. Take the lows out of the reverb. All right, let's go to our synth here and experiment with our envelopes. That's not a bad start. I'd like to hear a little bit more actual harmonics on it. I'm going to change our filter to, let's see, what do we got? I don't think comb is what I want. What I really want is, I mean, this equalizer is probably not a bad idea. This will give us a almost a phaser. So let's use that. We will go to, I'm not getting what I want from detune. Is it ratio C that I want? No, but that is giving us some nice harmonics. I thought there was a tune all. Oh yeah, pitch all. I'm an idiot. I'm gonna adjust the high end of our reverb. I like some of this. The issue that I'm having with this sonically is that while we do have some really interesting harmonics going on, and I think this could be a viable bass with some more adjustment, we're not getting that specific sort of upper harmonic series attention that the foghorns do. So with a foghorn, it's like your fundamental might be duh, but the foghorn is specifically targeting the upper harmonics, like da, da, so da, da, like the fifth or something like that. And so that's really what I'm trying to bring out here through the use of the FM stuff. That's pretty insane. So he said that it would be call and response with an 808 bass. So that would make sense. Let's try making another one. I don't mind this one. I think this was a good first try, but I think it's a little too complex for its own good. So what I'm going to do is function copy. Okay, so how do we focus up on those upper harmonics? certainly interesting. All right. So the FM engine is very, very tricky, and it's not quite what I'm looking for right now. So let's try wave tone and see if we can get something interesting out of that. Like that. Okay, let's go back to FM tone and think about this. Okay, let's change up our sub. Okay, there's a normal sub. Let's copy this. Function copy. Doesn't matter. Any of these. How about 3? Function paste. Okay, cool. Let's see if we can make a different version of this. If your goal is just to like get like the most harmonic movement out of something, then the FM engine is going to be really, really great because FMs can get like just super gnarly in terms of how it creates sidebands. But I wasn't super happy with the sort of lack of coherency to the bass. So much of drum and bass sound design feels like really, really intentional. Like every little bit of harmonic that ends up popping out of the mix feels like it was meant to in a specific way. And I don't know if that's true, but that's my impression, and I'd like my sounds to have that impression as well. Let's start getting some harmonics going. The way we get harmonics is through our levels here. This is tougher than I thought. I'm not really digging this pattern. That on its own is not bad, honestly. So the thing that we'd want here, so let me just, what do we got going on? It's actually really simple. We got some harmonics going on. We're on algorithmic 1. Harmonics are set to AB to give a little bit of zhuzh there. Detune's kind of interesting, but we're leaving that off. Feedback gives us the noise on top, which I personally really, really like. And then our mix is set right in the middle pretty much. So our envelopes, we got a little bit of attack on this one, which I don't really hear doing much. That's better. So we can get that sort of like really freaky advance of harmonics by adding a little bit of attack to our envelopes. And the trick here would be to make sure that the initial attack has a fair amount of harmonics to it already, sort of interest to it. We are getting bolstered by our sub, but at the same time, the foghorn needs to just like hit right at the beginning, and then it can get more interesting as it goes. Some compression on this would really, really be helpful, but we don't have access to a compressor in here that will do anything significant to this bass. If I went to my master section, I could compress it. Now, what I don't like is that organy sound sort of underneath. If I change the harmonics to C, which is our carrier wave, then that goes away. But now I miss the other harmonics. That's crazy. And our effects section, we have our overdrive turned all the way up. It's post filter, which means that we can use that resonant bump there as a way to get extra harmonics with the overdrive super up. Pretty nasty. I like it. So this is more like almost like a creeping foghorn. So once you get a sound nailed down in the basis of a sound, try changing the algorithm around. The algorithm is going to drastically change how your sound sounds. So I really would like to still have a little bit more of that like hollow harmonic sound to this, but it's not a terrible attempt with this. We still haven't done any modulation over here, so let's go ahead and do some modulation. So I want some like vum, 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 vum. Let's see where we can put this on. Not bad. Wasn't bad. So synth level, what else could we do? Just feels like a fancy respace, honestly. Okay, so I'm going to do one more and simplify it quite a bit. What we really need is better harmonics in our waveforms and better distortion. So that's super simple, just a little bit of harmonics over time. And you can hear we get that really nice emphasis of the higher harmonic series there. Okay, so what do I want to do for a movement thing? That's good. So that's our harmonics. That's really nice. That's cool. We need that movement over time because the foghorn's going to stay in the game for like at least a bar, probably. There we go. That's cool. So let's do mix. We're on Y right now. Let's go ahead and go to mod. Let's do mix. Change this to trig and speed down. Make sure to always set these basses to monophonic, and a little bit of portamento doesn't hurt at all. terrible. I think we made it overcomplicated again. I don't think I would consider this a complete success. I think foghorns are something I need to do a little bit more research into. We got some good sounds. I really like the movement in these sounds. Well, I think that's good for this video. Was it a complete success? No, but we did learn a little bit about what foghorns are and how you might think about them. You know, you want a good, strong mid-range presence, probably accessing not the fundamental of the note, meaning you want to access the upper harmonics of the harmonic series somehow. Get some cool movement going on in there that's not too insane. It should feel coherent. And yeah, make sure to give it a nice sub bass. That's it for this one. We'll move on to some easier ones, I think, in the next video. Hope to see you there. This has been Jeremy, Red Means Recording, and I hope you have a wonderful day.